that was about the Dayton Riverfront Plan, and I was representing a whole bunch of partners in the community. Today I'm here to talk to you specifically about Five Rivers MetroParks. And I won't bury the lead. The reason that I'm here is because Five Rivers MetroParks is on the ballot this fall in a couple of months in November. And so we want to make sure that everyone in the community understands what MetroParks brings to the community, how we interact with the community to make sure that we're responding to what all of you want, so that you can make informed choices as voters. So MetroParks' mission is to protect the region's natural heritage and provide outdoor experiences that inspire a personal connection to nature. So we're about protecting nature and connecting people to it. We've been around since 1963. We're supported largely by a levy that all of you who are in Montgomery County vote on about every 10 years. And over that time, we have pulled together a great system of parks and protected open spaces for the county. So anybody want to take a shot at how many acres MetroParks protects?
250.
1,000.
That's
like one square block of one park or something.
Yeah.
16,000.
Phil, that's an amazing guess. Have you heard this presentation?
Yeah, I think I've heard it before.
Over the 16,000 acres of protected open space in Montgomery County. A lot of it along our river corridors, which we consider to be our greatest natural asset. Some communities have oceans, some have mountains. We have an incredible group of rivers and streams in this county, and so a lot of our parks are based on those. You guys all use MetroParks?
All the time.
Yep.
What are some of your favorites?
Wiggerson and Cox Arboretum.
Yeah. The beautiful parks around Botanical
We
Gardens.
walk our dogs almost every morning at Cox now that we moved south of town.
Yeah.
We used to do it at Wiggerson.
Yeah. Second Street Market,
Oh,
yeah.
RiverScape.
all the
Yeah.
time.
I
Yeah.
was just Eastwood Park last 2 weekends ago.
Eastwood, a lot of paddling there, a lot of stuff to do. So we're naming a lot of our more urban parks or our botanical parks, kind of rimming the county. We have incredible open space parks, 500, 1,000, greater than 1,000 acres with incredible trails and assets for the community. So a few years ago, MetroParks developed a 10-year comprehensive master plan. And we worked very hard to engage the community in this plan because what we wanted this plan to encapsulate was what you told us you wanted us to deliver for you in the next 10 years. And we feel like we had a lot of success with that. We're developing master plans for all of our parks based on this input and input we've gained specifically about those parks. And we have a consistent culture of engaging the community to find out what all of you want for these parks and then turning around and delivering that. And that's very important to us. The pillars of our mission are conservation, recreation, and education. So 90% of those 16,000 acres that we maintain by our own ordinance are preserved in natural open space. So we have almost 14,500 acres in this community that are preserved in natural open space. And we provide trails through those of all types to give people access to those incredible places. And that's a great asset for our community. Education. Again, connecting people to nature, and that is so incredibly important, especially now with children who are spending such a tiny fraction of their time outdoors. Anybody want to guess how little an average child is spending outside in the course of a day? We have seen one study that says 7 minutes, and that's not wildly divergent from what other studies say. It's really, really small. And if kids today aren't learning to value and love the natural environment, they aren't going to protect it in the future. So that education is a really important component to us. We also educate adults and senior citizens as well. We've got consistently, we have over 300,000 people who visit our programs or events for a year. So we're touching a lot of people in this community. Recreation, we work very hard to touch everybody where they are, and in whatever way they want to engage with us, in whatever way they want to engage with nature, we want to meet them there. So whether it's paddling or birding or hiking or mountain biking or fishing or going to the market or going to a festival at RiverScape, we provide those opportunities for people to recreate in the way that they want to. Some other really high priorities for us, and this will be my third levy with MetroParks, and this idea of clean, safe parks and trails have been a driving force in every one of our levies. That's the most fundamental thing that we can provide to all of you, is a place that you can go to enjoy the outdoor environment that you can be sure is clean and safe. And trails in all of our connecting with the public, trails have emerged as the most important recreation facility we can provide, because people engage with them in so many different ways. There's so many different ways you can enjoy a trail. So that remains a very, very high priority for us, and we're fortunate to be part of the nation's largest connected trail network, so that our trails are then connected to all these other trails and spread out over so many parts of our community. I talked about connecting people to nature and the importance of catching kids in their formative years, and also connecting their parents and their grandparents, all of those generations, because that's how people make that deep connection, is when they do it with their family, they do it with people that they love, and they do it at those important moments in their lives. It's also, we learned in our public engagements, also very important to the community, that we provide places for the community to come together, which surprised us a little bit, but that was a high priority for the community. So we've got RiverScape and the events that we hold there. We've got the 2nd Street Public Market that has the community coming together. We also have the outdoor experience at Eastwood MetroPark, which is next weekend, and we're building other events in our parks to respond to this need. But we are part of the community and the community's fabric, and we have these spaces, and we want to offer them for people to come together. Along those lines, MetroParks has been very integral in the resurgence of downtown Dayton, and we continue to want to play that role, because we feel like a strong urban core not only makes a strong region, but it makes a region where the densities are focused together, which retains the ability to preserve public open space around those urban densities. So our levy constitutes 80% of our funding directly. I would say indirectly, maybe it's 90% or maybe more, because we won't get the grants that we get. We won't get the revenue coming in for programs and for shelters and other uses like that unless we can deliver the services back out to bring that money in. So that levy that we have that will be on the ballot in November is highly, highly critical to us and to MetroParks continuing. We serve over 3.6 million people a year who come to our parks, and we feel like our value proposition in the community is very, very worth what we're offering. I cannot, because I am working, ask you for your support to the levy. So if you wonder why, well, why didn't you ask for my vote? That's why I'm not asking for your vote.
But I will.
Right. So I will wrap it up with that and take any questions that you have.
Yeah, you actually serve more people than the Wright Pat Air Force Base. Not the Air Force
The
Base.
museum?
Museum.
Yes, we've consistently been on the Dayton Business Journal's list of area attractions. We've consistently been #1 for years, for quite a little bit.
How many was that number again, Carrie?
3.6 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Are you participating in the 50th anniversary of the Scenic River?
Well, to the extent that